going down, fuck the world, I'm a thug. Tell him, can't nothing stop me but a slug.
Now, this one kind of caught me not off guard, but I was so annoyed by it. Edmond Treverdian, whatever the fuck his name is, Ronda Rousey's coach and Travis Brown's coach, right? Came out and said that, first of all, let's just go right to it. He said that he wants one more fight for Ronda Rousey. He wants it to be the Cyborg fight. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. But
sure. I mean, you know, he's got to make headlines and stay relevant somehow. And you know, listen, man, all due respect, Edmond, you want the fight? Why don't you try to fight her?
You're right.
I mean, you want the fight, so I don't hear Ronda saying she wants that fight. I mean, you say you want that fight. Ronda just got snuffed out by fucking Amanda Nunes, who is on the record as saying she don't want that fight with Cyborg. So, you know, that's cute for you to say it all, Edmond, but something tells me Ronda don't share your sentiment on wanting that fight, bruh.
Yeah, definitely. Real quick,
just a hunch.
Yeah. No, we'll stay on this topic, but real quick, at the end of the show, if you guys send out any questions that you got for the end of the show, go ahead and send them out. I'll fucking copy and write them down, and we'll do like a little bit of a Q&A. Pretty much anything's on the table. MMA related if you want, but pretty much anything is on the table, and then we'll decide whether we can.
Yeah. Politics, how big Eddie's penis is. Come on, don't be shy. Let's get some good fucking questions. Be pussies.
That's great. Someone's gonna ask now. Anyway, all right. So anyway, so okay, Jesse, Ronda Rousey fighting Chris Cyborg. Are you even remotely interested?
No, we've already seen what would happen to her against a high level striker, quote unquote, right? Why would we want to see against someone that hits way harder than both of those chicks? I would say slightly better striking than both of them, from what we've seen. Why would we want to see that? I mean, that's you know what this is? It's so ridiculous because you're asking somebody who, quote unquote, of somebody, right, that has obviously shown no interest in coming back to the sport. She's trying to make her life. She's trying to get married, trying to start her family. Let her do that. Let her be what she wants to be. Why do you want to bring her back to something that's only going to benefit you?
Well, yeah,
that's the thing that pisses me off.
You just said it, because that motherfucker, he needs some beneficiaries. He ain't getting shit right now.
He's dealing with that bankruptcy shit,
problem, right? Yeah, but that's the problem. See, why do we even care what this guy says, who's a scumbag, who is obviously just trying to get a money grab here and trying to keep his name, like Fred said, in the media, right? And we have some idiot that is supposedly a journalist giving them the airtime. This is stupid, guys. Like, why do we even talk until Ronda herself goes out and says, hey, I think I still want some of that Chris Cyborg business about here, man.
Yeah. I mean, dude, even if the idea was to actually like get Ronda back on the right track, is fucking Cyborg the fight you want first?
Fuck no. Like, Rocky Pennington if you want.
You know what? That's the exact name I was thinking. Push for a fight like Rocky Pennington, which is going to be a good fight for Ronda at this point. I'd almost say that Ronda would damn near be the underdog going into that fight. Point. But that's a fight that I could see Ronda winning. Real talk. If she trained hard, played her cards right, and fought the right fight, I think she could beat Rocky.
No, she
maybe,
could, but she could, but not if she didn't improve her striking. And she's been too busy getting married and whatever else she's been doing. Trying to live life and shit.
Look. Let's think about this though rationally, guys. You're trying to put Ronda Rousey 2 years removed from fighting? Maybe by the time she steps back in there, maybe 2.5 years. Look at what happened to Rockhold in that first round from this past card. It was not good for him, man. And that was, what was he away from? Maybe like a year, maybe? I mean, pretty much everybody we've seen take time off as good as they could. Yeah, it's those rounds that you really need to put into that octagon to really be sharp. And the fact that Ronda, even before she retired, she wasn't doing too much. Doing what she needed to do to be that next level champion. And who is it right here in the comments that, her MMA career is dying, and here her coach is trying to kill it off completely. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, Gary Coaston said that. He says, yeah, exactly. He wants to kill it altogether, and he would. Okay, but okay, I like what Raider said. First of all, she said Ronda should gag order his ass, but and she really should. But rematch was in Ghana. That's interesting.
There are interesting fights for Ronda. If Ronda wanted to come back to MMA, it would not be that crazy of a thing. And listen, man, Arlovsky was getting snuffed out by shitbirds like 6 years ago in Poland. Then he made a run, got back to the UFC, and believe it or not, a little over a year ago or whatever the fuck it was, we were actually contemplating Arlovsky was on the cusp of getting a title shot.
Yeah.
He got back to the UFC. He won like 4 fights in a row. Did he like knock out Travis Brown or something? I mean, I forget what he did, but he beat somebody, a couple names. Anything is possible. Ronda is not a joke. I mean, it's easy to, MMA is, I say this all the time, we are very much a what have you done for me lately sport, but Ronda could get back in the swing thing. That just goes to show you where Edmond's mind's at. Edmond's on that money. So he wants the biggest money grab possible, and he don't give a fuck if Ronda I don't even know. Maybe he does care. Either way, he's just trying to get the biggest fight possible and get as much money as possible. If you actually wanted Ronda to make a run at something again, what you need for her to do is win a goddamn fight. For her to get that get her mojo back a little bit, maybe win 2 fights, and then maybe we could line the Cyborg fight up, and it wouldn't be, crazy shit happens in MMA, man. But there is a method to the madness. Some things have to be done. She could come back. She could make a comeback, but she has to take the right fights. She's got to train hard. She's got to get the fuck rid of Edmond. She could do it, but she's got to, not like that. What the fuck?
Yeah. Now, here's what got weird with him too. What's up, Jason?
No. I was just laughing at Fred over here. I mean, he's right. I mean, if you care about your fighter, right? If you're a coach, like ask any coach if they care about their person that they're coaching, they're not going to look for the biggest matchup, the hardest match possible, or just because it's going to make the money. They're going to look for something that's going to build them back up after 2 crushing defeats back to back. Longo, even Ray Longo, he did not want Chris Weidman going in there against you, Eddie, because he figured that you're a tough guy and you can still beat him up. And you landed on him, you stole on him, and he got hurt. But even Longo, who is very confident in this fighter, this is not a good idea. I don't like this. I don't like this fight, but he wants it. I'm going to do what he wants. It's you have to care about your fighter too.
But I think that was the right fight.
Mm-hmm.
Kelvin used to fight at 170, barely, but he was still there. He's not a huge 85er. You know what I'm saying? Like it was more Kelvin is the Rocky Pennington. He's not fucking Luke Rockhold or Yoel Romero. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, I don't know, man. It's a little ridiculous. Edmond's a bit of a fucking doucher at this point too. And at the end of the day, what the fuck? Ronda's talking about going to the WWE, so who gives a fuck that prick's talking? That fight's never gonna fucking happen. So
no. But the funny thing about it too, Cyborg goes, "Yeah, I'll fight Ronda in WWE." That's not fighting, chick.
Jesus H. Christ. Yeah, this is all getting a bit ridiculous. Cyborg, just calm down. We're trying to get you the Holly Holm fight so we can all actually give a shit about your next fight. Just please don't ruin this for us. Ronda, go on and do you. Edmond, shut the F up forever. And let's just push on from this whole bad dream and act like it never happened.
Yeah, he needs to cut the shit out to the Travis Brown thing. They blame him solely for the downfall of Travis Brown. And I don't think that's, a far-fetched thing to say, but it's he took it like super like pissy. Like he was apparently he was on the MMA Hour on Monday, and
I heard the interview.
Yeah, he says that he was like super salty, right? Like he was like, he was talking about he had hundreds of people messaging him saying you've done an amazing job with Ronda. Oh my God, amazing happy faces. Then he says, what happened to that? Well,
I feel him too. I'll bet you he did. I'll bet you when Ronda was killing everybody and he built his reputation, I'll bet you he did. But the reality is Ronda armbarred everybody and you was her striking coach.
Yep.
She did hit like a couple people with some strikes, but at that point, that's what's beautiful about MMA, right? The only reason Ronda's striking game opened up at all was because her grappling was so fierce. Hoes didn't know what to do when she would grab a hold of them, and then they're waiting for that big fucking judo throw, and they're trying to get their energy right for that. and Ronda fucking thunder strikes him in the goddamn liver. You know what I'm saying? But she was never I mean, come on, Edmond.
Yeah.
Her judo coach needs to be walking around with his chest puffed out, not you. You didn't make her the beast that she was. You made her striking poor.
Motherfuckers love it to be a soldier. Must maintain composure at ease, don't like it's complicated.